It was so cool because I felt like I should do this, I should do that, like all sorts of businessy things, and I realized it wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I loved to do. And when we started really talking about all the cool things in my home, like I could just take a statue of a carved elephant from Africa and tell this like awesome, cool story, and then lead it into teaching someone about my core platform, which is about joy, love, and solid. And now it's so freeing and beautiful. And Wileen's just got such a beautiful eye, just such a wonderful guide about letting you finding what your true passion is and not putting words in your mouth, having you feel comfortable with things, and just like such a beautiful mentor guide. I just love her so much.
Thank you.
Seriously.
The alignment that my wife and I have done several different meditations throughout the years. This kind of just brought the whole culmination together. And what really kind of came out was the distinctness of a calling and purpose that I've felt before, but actually I guess the important role that the Lord expects of me in furthering His purposes of helping men to become what God intends them to be in their families.
So fulfilling your purpose and doing, your blueprint is actually going to, it's like everything just kind of comes together. It's helping you to have a stronger family. It's helping you to have a stronger marriage. It's teaching your children to acknowledge their own contributions and to notice other people's contributions. I mean, seriously, that's what I love about the Lord's Way to Wealth. It's not like this or that. It's not work and then you come home and then you're dad and father and husband again. It's like you do everything all as one.
What Wileen has really helped me to do is to put those ideas in a format that's really going to serve not only like the creation of my business, but also the expansion. And so that's something that is new to me, which I have been learning a lot about just from my own study. But this has put it in a whole new light and a whole new perspective for me because Wileen speaks my language, first of all. And it's a language of faith, right? And I feel like a lot of the business jargon that's out there is focused on the same things of serving and value and things like that. But there's a component that Wileen is bringing to it that makes it kind of come full circle, that everyone is being served and not just monetarily, that we're all serving and being served on like a spiritual level, on a grand scheme level, that what we're doing is not just for here and now, but it's creating things that are going to carry with us even like past what we're doing now. So
I guess what we really came to was that my business isn't going to look like everyone else's.
Yep.
Shocking to me, not really.
Not really.
Not really. But
I think when you came into this, you're like, yeah, well, I'm going to do this, and we'll see if you can teach me something.
We'll see what happens. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I mean, your program is amazing. All the different layers and stuff. It's just, but some of that is, instead of me creating it, it's going to come to me.
Right.
And that was one of our primary insights because of the level I operate on. Restoring Lilia is going to be a big part of just bringing that down to earth.
Yeah, sort of like a parable.
Yeah,
right?
it is. It's it's the allegory for restoring our soul.
Well, the second time around, I feel like I gained freedom and a changed perspective, a changed paradigm. I had a paradigm shift and just more clarity on my purpose and direction that I'm going to, and how to get there.
Well, all of you who I've done this case study, alignment visit with know that I walk around your house and I'm like getting a feel for who you are based on the environment.
Right.
And this time I actually walked around a little bit differently and was seeing things differently. And I made some pretty strong and bold suggestions to you, didn't
Right.
I?
Yes.
What were you, some of the things that I, like what were some of your feelings when I was
Well,
making
you
those
told us our
suggestions?
trailer was a coffin.
Yes, that was pretty bold.
And like getting rid of everything so that we could travel.
Yeah, I asked her, I said, how connected are you to your material things?
Yeah.
Like, how attached are you to your material things? And she's like, pretty attached. And I was like, you need to let go of some things because your biggest, like both of you, for your biggest value is freedom.
Yeah.
And if you're tied to your material things, it's really hard to be free.
Wileen, you helped us find out what our resources are, and even in the money part of it, we went through just sitting there and just speaking it, well, we have this and this, and our debt is this and this, and Wileen says, you're way better off than you said you were. You're way better off than you said you
thought
were.
you were. Yeah.
We've been friends. I mean, they've been out to our house. We've had dinner together. We've been here, to their house, my husband and I. And so we've known each other on a personal level. But I just have to tell you, coming to their home with this specific purpose, with this case study group, and wanting to really see what was in alignment, how they were living in alignment, and what we could maybe change, that was being more in alignment. I've just really been amazed at the way that this couple has come together in a oneness. They found balance in masculine and feminine. I see when I walk in the house, I feel this really wonderful spiritual energy. And I've also been able to see very much balance of Frank and Jana. I think a lot of times when I walk in a house, I feel more of a sense of the husband or more of a sense of the wife. And with them, I feel very much a balance and that they really support and honor and respect each other. So, I mean, it's just been really wonderful to get to know them on a different level. Like I said, I even knew them on a personal level before, but this has just been really, really cool.
So we've just learned so much here. For us, it's been a paradigm shift, just in our, really our awareness and our approach to this. And we're thinking we're going to go one way, and it totally went just a different way, and what really aligns with us has been different than where we've been headed. So we're just stepping out in faith and heading in a new direction. So we're going to incorporate this. Thank you, Wileen, for everything. Wow.
Awesome. You're
This
welcome.
has been wonderful, yeah. So
This has been a huge shift, and because we right now have a little CBD store, an actual brick and mortar store that's very new to us, and so there's been so much adjustment into it, and my heart honestly has not been in it. And as much as I love the product and love what it stands for and means, it's very evident that there's something else there for me and for us, and it's been so exciting for Wileen to bring the light on us being able to be a real team in this. This is a second marriage for both of us, and that's part of what this sort of culminated was a purpose for us in this, in just sharing our hearts and lives with other people, in marriage in general, but in that regard of second marriages and what it takes to make it survive. And so I'm really excited to see what God brings up with us through this. And it was so cool to have Wileen come into the house, and she's just so sweet and so open, and it just for her to share her perspective was so just touched my heart so much, because I needed that, and I needed that direction, and so I'm looking forward to more.
with every single person that I've met with, it's been a different experience. And I've done something different with every single person. We've filled in our architecture of life blueprint somewhat, and done some of those things, but there's been different processes that we've done, and also, you know, just based on their experience and their needs, we've created a little bit different experience for every single person.
First of all, I just want to say that Wileen is amazing and incredible and gifted and talented and totally fulfilling her purpose. And I'm so thankful that we were in alignment to meet and work together. The timing is perfect. And so in starting and creating a business, I was having a lot of like just a roadblock. Wasn't able to proceed through this path, and was given assignments and just not able to complete. And so with this process, Wileen sat with me and was able to help me learn and recognize limiting beliefs and destructive patterns that have been happening throughout my life. And the amazing thing is actually looking at the source of that experience that created those destructive patterns.
Yeah, so huge clarity. It's awesome. So I feel like I've just been gathering all this information and all of these tools and resources, and I'm like, where do I put it? Like I've utilized my money here and here and here to like gather all of these things, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't have any idea where to put it, don't know what to do with it. And tonight it was like, Wileen's like, oh, you put this here and you put this here and this goes here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for helping me put the puzzle together, because I just had all the pieces scattered, and it feels really nice to just know what's next. So.
Awesome.